What's up, you guys? So today I kind of want to introduce a new series to the channel, and it's something that I haven't really ever seen done yet in the TF2 community. Now, I'm sure you guys are familiar with YouTube channels that use some kind of gameplay footage in the background while talking about something entirely different. Channels like Leafy is Here, maybe an older Pyrocynical, and even TF2's very own Doomsday.exe. Well, today I'd like to start my very own brand of, well, those kind of videos. Except with my channel, instead of just going on about YouTube drama, politics, or just making fun of someone else, I'd like to make my videos more focused on motivation and inspiration, I guess. So basically, if an idea pops into my head that I think could help others to hear, I can put together a video like this, and if people don't really like it, then at least of those of you who just wanted to see some decent heavy footage can see it here. But with that all out of the way, let's start with the very first topic I want to start with: building self-esteem. So first off, what really is this term, self-esteem? Well, let's just start off now by giving its actual definition for knowledge's sake. Self-esteem is a realistic respect for or favorable impression of oneself, self-respect. Some people would basically just call this self-love, while others might call it confidence, but basically what the term means is enjoying who you are as a person, enjoying your life journey, and basically it's the polar opposite of always looking at your life with a sense of disappointment. Now, the reason I thought this might be an important topic to bring up to you guys is because through my involvement with YouTube, public discords, talking with some of you personally in DMs, and even talking personally with different YouTubers, I've realized that a lot of us have some very real issues we deal with on a day-to-day basis. And while these may vary for different people between either physical or mental, I've realized that for a good portion of our community, the battle is in your own heads. That's right, your battle is quite often looking at your life through tainted lens. And maybe this is you look at yourself in the mirror every day and you don't quite like what you see. Or maybe you work hard at a craft or a hobby, but then when you compare it to somebody else's, you feel inadequate and you don't quite feel in the same league. Or maybe you just came out of a rough breakup and just aren't quite feeling at your life's high right now. Now, before I go any further, I want to give a quick flashback to something I just said. Some of these people that I've met struggling with self-esteem were YouTubers. Some of these people I met were incredible artists whose work would blow most anyone's mind. And some of these people I met were even some of the funniest people I had ever come across in my life. These kinds of people, even as successful as they may seem to some of us, and as happy and confident as we'd imagine they would be, well, sometimes, frankly, they weren't. And that to me was something I found incredibly interesting. And really, the only reason I wanted to share this all with you is because I want you guys all to realize that sometimes it doesn't matter how talented or how attractive or how genetically gifted someone else may be. Some of these people you admire look at themselves in the same negative ways you might look at yourself. And it's not because they aren't all of those things, talented, attracted, gifted, but simply because that's how they view themselves. And through that perspective, you can see it isn't actually a reality the person's going through, but their own flawed thinking. And that is exactly what you're doing to yourself in your own life when you discourage yourself like that. So what exactly can you do to stop looking at yourself in this negative light? Well, here's some things I did that helped me get out of a really dark stage in my life that I struggled with, and I hope they can help you in the same way that it did for me. So, first off, get a piece of paper and make a two-sided list. On one side of this list, I want you to write down all the things you like about yourself and all the ways you wish other people would think of you. And on the opposite side of this list, I want you to write all the negative things you think about yourself and all the ways you don't want other people to think of you. And lastly, at the bottom of this list, I want you to just make one more small list of some things that you'd like to be good at but maybe just never tried. For example, maybe you think it'd be cool to be a good dancer, or maybe you'd like to be a professional cook. Whatever it is, write it down at the bottom of the page. Now, I know this all might seem silly at first, but hear me out. This list is going to be not only a visual representation of all of your strengths, your doubts, and your fears, but a set of long-term goals you can aim to achieve literally the rest of your life. Now, I know telling yourself, yeah, I'd love to be smart, more in shape, more yada yada, might seem just like nice thoughts and all, but here's where the direction comes in. With those long-term goals now set, how you want to be perceived, how you don't want to be perceived, what you'd like to be someday, now you can work towards making those nice thoughts into a moving, gradual reality. So let's say, for instance, one of the things you wrote on your list was that you'd like other people to see you as intelligent. Well, now you can create yourself some small goals to help make those thoughts a reality. Maybe every day you try and learn all you can about one particular subject. Maybe every day you try and learn something new. Or maybe you take the 52 book challenge and read one book every week of the year. Whatever your approach may be, the point is to make yourself these small, achievable goals that help build you towards your long-term goals. You want to be better at a sport? Make yourself practice once a day for like an hour. Want to not be so broke all the time? Get a second job, or maybe develop something that can earn you money on the side. Want to be more attractive? Get a gym membership, eat healthier, keep yourself well groomed, and maybe try learning a little bit more about fashion. Basically, there's all sorts of ways you can aim towards hitting these long-term goals. And honestly, I think once some of you start, you'll realize that inventing these new and different goals to improve yourself can really be a lot of fun. The point of this all though is that now you'll be focusing off just all the stuff you don't like about yourself, and now focusing on what you can and will be in the not so distant future. Literally every day, you will become a better version of yourself than the last day, which is honestly more than a lot of people can say about their lives. If you keep putting forward this effort, you will be an ever-growing, ever-improving individual. And for that, you can already feel a sense of pride in yourself before you even get started. But, get started. You have the potential, you have the ability, and you have what it takes to prove to yourself and others that you are a talented person, that you are unique, and that you are truly worthwhile. Doubts will obviously come up again. They're a part of life. But at least the next time you'll be able to say, well, but look how much farther I've come from where I was. And maybe if I just keep going, I'll be much farther than I am right now. So anyways, to any of you struggling with this right now, I hope this video helps you out in some way. Let me know in the comment section below if this has affected you in any way, if this helps, and if you guys would enjoy me making more of these kinds of videos below. I know they're not my typical kind of video, but I truly would enjoy making more motivational type stuff like this if people enjoy them and think they would help. But anyways, that's about it for the rest of this video, you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like below if you did. And until next time, this was Big Joey! Later.